All right. Seem to pull it up. I had to turn the dolphin loose in there to get some of the sleeves and stuff up. But seems that the suction and pulling the water out of the back was successful. The vinyl is back up. Got it all put back in track. It's quite simple with a rubber mallet. Putting the lip over. Couldn't hold the camera and demonstrate at the same time, so I thought about trying it, but that looked like a recipe for breaking the bottom of the pool, so I didn't. So, but it's got it pulled up now. And I'm a little surprised. I didn't realize how much of this vinyl was in those balloons. And I kind of thought, I don't know, I'd have to do a little bit more to get it to lay down flat, but it pulled right up, sucking all that water out. Pull right up. And I got the dolphins can probably run through it a few more times. And I can take the brush and stir it up a little bit better, but yeah, it took 2 days. Oh, not really 2 days. I started yesterday evening. I've probably been approximately 8 hours working on it. But came along just fine. Now the thing is, how did it happen? And going in there or somehow figuring out maybe these were clogged, but when I came down, the water's in the water table was behind it, so I just gotta figure out how to fix that. Yeah, not miss the landscape, so I may have to get somebody out here to take a look at it, but it'll be worth it. I have to keep doing that because there's a couple of places where the liner had came loose. Well, actually, I made it come loose trying to pull the water up with the brush, so that was my fault. It didn't come loose on its own. I did that. But I'd still rather not have the water blow in behind the vinyl or drain in behind the vinyl in the first place. But again, the sump pump, it wasn't a sump pump. It's a sprinkler pump. A Hudson 1 horsepower, Hammond. Yeah, Hammond 1 horsepower sprinkler pump that I got from Harbor Freight. Got it from Harbor Freight. I think that one was like $130 or something like that, $139. Yep. But I'm pleased with it. I was really nervous and gut punched when I came out here Friday night and saw how that thing had ballooned up. Oh, that made me sick. But this thing is cleaning up and getting the rest of it. Okay, well, again, that's like I said, it's back in. Very happy and very relieved. That was a sick feeling to see that thing looking half destroyed in my eyes. On a big ball, you're gonna have to take care of things that you have. Like I said, the next step is figuring out how it did it and keep it from doing it again. But I don't know. This really wasn't a tutorial, but it was really just a matter of putting a sprinkler pump hose into the water where the water was pooling up and priming it and turning it on and pumping it out. I guess this was just more to say that if I can do it, and this is my first time owning a pool and doing something like that, maybe it'll be easier, or somebody convinced that they can do it, or you could drop a line in the comments below and ask. But there's plenty of YouTube videos on there. That's how I looked this one up, and following their instructions is exactly, and reading the directions that came in the book too. And when you get it, if you don't have a Y pipe, you're going to need to buy a Y connector and a connector that will connect female to female. I mean, male to male. You're going to need a coupler, because that's the one thing I didn't have. And that, what the coupler will do, you put the coupler on there to keep it primed, because you don't want it to run out of water if it empties out the pocket that you're draining. You don't want it to run out of water while you're doing something else. And this thing really did, I would say it probably pumped for an hour and a half straight, maybe 2 hours, because I did some yesterday. So in that length of time, if you can't sit there and watch it the whole time, you're gonna need that Y connector pipe, a female to female, I mean a male to male, a coupler, or a hose coupler, and run a Y in there, just like the directions say. But I didn't do that because I monitored. I stayed with it and I watched it. So, but it would be a lot safer, and you wouldn't burn up your pump if it accidentally ran out of water while you were somewhere else. But you're gonna need that. You're gonna need a hose coupler so you can put 2 garden hoses together. And this is to join another hose to the coupler, because the Y connector is male. So, and you already got the other side of the hose feeding the water to keep it primed, plugged up to the faucet where it's coming from. So you can put the coupler on the hose if you want, on the hose end, or you can put it on the Y adapter. Either one, it's up to you. But you're gonna need a coupler, and you're gonna need a Y hose connection, so that you can do that, so you can keep it primed without worrying about it running out of water and burning up your pump. All right, look at it go. That thing still is kind of how it does that. Well, it's not sucking itself to the wall, it's actually pushing itself against the wall. You see the water, you'll see the water shoot up. There it goes. But that's how it operates. It's not suction, it's pushing. Shoots a water jet out of the motor right there, like that, and keeps itself pushed up against the wall. Or watch this, back to the wall. And she's gonna do it again and then settle and take off and start walking around the side again. Maybe this one. No, I'm get finished letting it off and clean up. The pool's 100% better. Now, as soon as this gets through, I'm going to go ahead and reshock it. The temperature, now it's kind of cold. It's gonna be mid-70s, so I'm not gonna put salt in it, because that'll make it won't want to dissolve. What's the water? 67 degrees. And I might throw the salt in it, but I am gonna put everything else in it to get it back again. But all that rainwater will dilute it, weaken it, and it has to be tested. But I mean, you can go ahead and put your shock, your 4 ounces, well, or whatever your pool takes of everything else, of each, the algae, clear, and go ahead and put that stuff in there, and your chlorine tablet, so you can start getting your chemicals back online, because all that rainwater diluted it a lot. Okay, all right, well, from beginning to end, well, not from beginning to end, it's probably 2 or 3 videos, but from the first video to this one, it is 1,000% better, and I feel a lot better. All right.